Hello everyone, it's Phil here from the OK Football Show. I've just finished watching the top of the table clash between Sheffield United and Leeds United, and it was some game. Started off with Ilham Melia not covering himself in glory in a big game yet again, but Leeds ultimately have overcome the situation. Melia tried to make a stop, but put the ball into his own net, and he'll be credited with the own goal. But in particular, I just thought it would be a good idea to have a chat about just how good Leeds United are at football. They are very, very, very good. At the moment, they're on an unbeaten run of seven or so games. They've played all the top teams now. Everything about Leeds this season is looking absolutely brilliant. They don't really concede many goals. They outscore teams. If you just take the last two games in isolation, they've just beaten Sunderland after being 1-0 down going into the last 10 minutes. They've just overturned Sheffield United at Bramall Lane by 3-1, again, having been 1-0 down until approximately the 80th minute. They're just an absolute machine at the moment, a machine. I think the thing is with Leeds is that they've got this reputation over the last few years of being bottlers, really. They've got this reputation where as soon as they go into the playoffs, they completely go off the boil. Last season, they just suffered around this sort of time of the season, moving all the way back into at the back end of the season. And this season, they just look a completely different animal. And I think that one of the things to realise about the Leeds mentality is I think that Farke has done huge work in making sure that is totally different this season. I think having just seen the pictures on the TV, you can see that he's just had a huge result. The fans are limbs everywhere, going absolutely crazy at Bramall Lane. And even though he's obviously up in the stands because he's got a suspension, he's just calmness personified. And I really like that ethos of Daniel Farke, that the job isn't done yet. The job is far from done. But that being said, it's okay, fans. You can get excited. There's the hard games. I just don't really see them coming up on the horizon for Leeds. And I think if they go in with the same mentality of outplaying teams, just consistently having high percentage of the ball, having high amounts of shots, and just turning teams over, they'll be promoted within the next, I don't know, 6 games. I think that the other teams that are chasing promotion, particularly the automatic playoffs, can drop points. I think Burnley have issues with scoring goals, and Sheffield United, whilst they're absolutely excellent teams in the Championship, I just don't see Leeds losing given their fixture list. I think the next game they've got is at home against West Brom, and that's about arguably as tough as it gets. So the omens are very, very good for Leeds moving forwards. And I think that it's one of those situations where it's important that you draw attention to what's changed for Leeds over the last sort of 12 months, and there's been some real genuine upturns in performances. I think that you look at the absolute revelation that has finally happened with Dan James. Everything's clicking. That pace merchant that we knew from Swansea, we knew from Manchester United, he's now turning that into goals and assists. He got another assist tonight, a beautiful chip in for another player that's absolutely transformed his form, and that is Junior Firpo. Junior Firpo is a yellow card merchant. He is one of those ones where if you wanted to make a little bit of money at the weekend, at very short odds, you'd put money on Junior Firpo picking up a booking. He tended to look sluggish, and he was giving away fouls left, right and centre. But this season, in that more advanced role in particular, when he gets forward, you see the real strength, the real pace, and desire, ultimately, looking at his goal tonight, to get on the end of crosses coming in from the other wing. And it was an absolute peach of a header to get Leeds back in the game. And like I say, that stemmed from Dan James' assist. And when you put those two together, you couple that with the likes of Manor Solomon, who's been an absolutely inspired signing for Leeds on that left-hand side. And the squad rotation that's available, you've got Willie Nonto that's able to come on and cause a problem. You've got the likes of those in the centre of midfield with Ao Tanaka, and what a player he is, by the way. What a player. You've got him alongside Gruev, who's back now, so Rothwell's on the bench, and the quality, it just shines through. And it's interesting to see if they go to the Premier League. And it's not a foregone conclusion, as much as I think it is. It's not necessarily a foregone conclusion, but you look at the last two sets of three teams that have gone up, that have come straight back down, or look very likely like they're going to come straight back down. Are Leeds going to be the ones that can potentially break that particular hoodoo at the minute? Because their squad is looking very, very good. I mean, they didn't even have Ethan Ampadu in this squad today. And they didn't need him. They've just got so many players. They've got Joe Peru, who's top goal scorer in the league now, joint with Borja Sainz after that absolute thunder bastard of a strike. What an absolute ping from the outside of the area by Joel Peru. And like I say, it's just one of those things where everything looks very simple, very easy, but it's not. Like I say, Daniel Farker's got them working really, really hard. I haven't got the stats in front of me, but I'm absolutely sure that that they'll be working really, really hard, because that's what the top teams do. They work really, really hard. They get the job done. They get themselves over the line. And like I said earlier on, that's what Leeds need to do now. It needs to be a case of putting those business heads back on, making sure that under no circumstances are there any slip-ups. We do not, I say we do not, Leeds fans do not want to be slipping back down from the position that they're in into the playoff race, because that is just not something that they deserve from how they've been playing so far this season. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Am I gushing over Leeds? Are they not as good as I perhaps think they are, or is it a case of much like the Premier League this weekend? Is that league or at least a promotion spot taken care of, given the fact that, like I say, Leeds have gone ahead and they've beaten or at least maintained a draw like they did against Burnley, those around them. They're, like I say, 7 points from those 3 games that have come up relatively recently against Burnley, Sunderland and Sheffield United. It seems like that's going to be the tonic that's going to get them over the line. So is it a case of marching on together to the Premier League? Like I say, let me know in the comments. And for those of you that don't follow, give the OK Football Show a follow. You can find us on YouTube and all of our usual ways of getting in touch with us and listening in via Spotify. Thank you very much for listening. Congratulations, Leeds, on a wonderful, wonderful win. What a great game to enjoy on a Monday night. And take care, everyone. See you later.